Welcome to Second Chance Garage. This is Uncle Russ, and he is working on his wood stove. It's an ammo can wood stove I started on. I never finished. Let me see. You can see what I'm doing, yeah. Okay, so I had to review this. Right here was a plate that fit right underneath here, so it was double thick walled here. So I drilled out all the holes, took them out and took that out, then put a bend in it to work for a spark arrestor, so when you build a fire in here, the sparks can't go up your tube. All right, then let me turn this around. I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, I'll get to this in a minute. Okay, then you just gotta, you can't see it, but you gotta drill a hole in the top here and put your 3-inch, it just slides in, and then it's got a deal where you can just fold them out, and it folds out up against the top of this, hold it in there tight. All right, then what you got to do, grind yourself a hole on the front, and then I took cookie sheet. Here, I'll get this out of the way. Took me a cookie sheet, got me a hole so it fits right there. Then I took the hole that I cut out of the top, this circle I actually was cut out of the top here. Then I put one of these bolts with a wing nut on it. So now I can turn this to line up holes for air holes in the door. Okay. Then you have to, then I took, show you this first. Okay, then these are actual just hooks you hang on a wall. Then I drilled holes, it's dirty, drilled holes in the bottom of it, and then let me see if I can show you the, I don't know if you can see them or not, but yeah, there's just bolts that run through the bottom and then come out this and put nuts on the bottom of them, use them for legs. Okay, so and never finished it yet. There we go. Got a handle here, you can carry it. Got a handle here so you can carry it. These latches just latch under there to hold it shut. Alright, so then what I did, let me open this. Okay, I made me this rack, which goes in the bottom, which I'll just drop it there and show you. Alright. So it goes in like this, and it's just a piece of steel mesh I had laying around. And it goes in the bottom, so you can build your fire on this, and your air comes in through the door, and then your ash will fall down into the bottom. Okay, now this is where So all that's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, now this was going to be my ash clean out. See, it just slides in here like this. Boom. And that's all there is. Then when you got your fire built on that grate, it falls down and you just clean it out. And a bunch of your ash comes out. But I decided I didn't like this design because I wanted to have side walls all the way around it. So the ash will actually fall into a container, it'll be a boxed container. And I made this out of a old cookie sheet I got for $1 at the Goodwill store. And it would have worked. It's just, when I did it, I was just planning on being able to pull most of it out. But I decided now I actually want a box. So, and the old cookie sheet got used for something else. I don't know what I used it for. So, this is one license plate. Just run-of-the-mill license plate. So I think I'm going to do something like this. And it's going to be, well, actually, I'll slide it down. It'll be close. See, it'll be close. If I bend it right here where the holes are, that'll give me my up. And I don't know, might not be quite tall enough. And the back is gonna be open. So I may have to do something about that. May take another license plate and then bend me and then drill and pop rivet with steel rivets to this, so that way I can make a back for it, so all the ash falls into it. Okay, now let's just make us a mark here. Let me take this out first so I know how. So I know I can draw with a pencil. Let me take this out. Picture pages, picture pages. Open up your picture pages. Get your crayons and your pencils. All right, I'm gonna line this up here. And then I'll take the pencil. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Let me turn it around. Maybe you can see. Taking this edge, putting it along this. And I know right here and right here are my bend spots. So I'm lining it up right here, and I'm putting this right here and this right here, and then I'll put a mark across here with the pencil, hopefully, kind of, and I need a straight edge. Okay, so what do you know? This here saw will work. Oh, actually I do have, hang on a minute. Yeah, I got some rulers over here in the sewing area. Might as well go ahead and use them. That way I can get a good straight. Well, I can see it. Let me try remarking it again. see what I'm doing here. Yeah, the pencil didn't leave a very good mark. Okay. Now that one I can see a little better. Let's see. That way I can see right where I gotta bend it. Alright. You probably won't be able to see it, but there's a pencil mark all the way through here. So, let's see. Yeah. That's going to work pretty good, I think. There. And yeah, that'll be pretty close, I think. Okay, so we're going to try the mini vise here. The old Harbor Freight mini vise over there. You see it? I think you can see it. All right. So the idea is I'm going to put the jaws right even with this line and then try to bend it. Here I am. Okay. This thing turns and does all kinds of fancy stuff, so let's see what it'll do. Okay. There. Alright. Now, I have to take some small bites here. Right now, I live in central Illinois, and it is snowing its butt off. It's first day of 2022. Scary. But yeah, it's the first day of 2022. So I could have went and done a bunch of stuff last night, but I just decided, nope, I don't think so. I did consider it pretty serious, but nah, you know how it is. Okay, now I got my bend started. Bend out, break out the hammer. Vice just wasn't quite big enough to get me what I needed. Alright. There we go. I think that's going to be tall enough. Let me get the kind of she's kind of bent up. Twisted and everything else, but we'll just give her some unfriendly persuasion here. Put a sharper bend on it. Okay. Now. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, now. I know what I need, but I don't know if I have any here. Down here. Need. That's about right. That's about right. Okay. Now, I don't have what I need. What I need is a pair of 10 snips. So I can slice it right here. So, let me move the thing again. I don't know what you can see. Okay, here. There you go. So what it needs is a pair of 10 snips so I can slice it to here, slice it to here, so I can fold that up, and then I can bend it around the corner. But I don't happen to have any 10 snips right with me. I don't know what I did with them. So, if these will work. Kinda doubtful. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Almost. Almost. It's almost deep enough. Get a little deeper. I think I'd be okay. But I think it'll be okay. Alright. We're going old school bending stuff. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Gotta get it in there deeper. Alright, there we go. We'll have to do this a couple of times. Because if you bend it too much, then you can't get the pliers all the way. You can't get them all the way on there. Alright. Okay. Coming along. Yeah, see, the good thing is this don't have to be fancy. This is just an ashtray. You know, you're making for an old wood stove pattern that you're okay. There we go. See, this one. Want to bend in the proper spot. There we go. Hey, now we're cooking with gas. Yeah. Now we're getting there. I actually think the bend's about where it needs to be. Okay. Lay this down. Alrighty. Let's see. Oh, maybe. Let's see what happens. Seeing any ideas, I can bend this around the corner. Probably snip the excess off. There. But even if I don't have a back on it, at least I'll have most of a tray, you know, even if I don't have a back on it. If I wanted to, I could always put a bend up here, and it would only be probably that much short from reaching all the way to the back of the stove. I mean, you're still going to have to scrape it out anyway, so I mean, I don't see it being that big an issue, but all right, let's see what happens. All right. Okay. Now. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, let's see if we can just use my thumb and bend it over. Oh, look at that. Starting to look like a tray now. Starting to look like a tray. I need a block of wood. Yes, I do. Take a block of wood. Put it right here on this here corner, like so. And then give it some unfriendly persuasion. Try not to get the fingers. I got almost did there. And then work your way down. Making sure you got a good sharp bend on it. Well, I don't know any good way to show you this, but okay. It's got a good sharp bend on it. This is an old license plate that came off an old junk trailer I got from somebody. I don't even know who it was now. Okay. Now, kind of starting to look like a tray. Kind of. Sort of. Maybe. I think we're getting there. We shall see. Let me put that back. Yeah, that cookie sheet was pretty flimsy, but this is going to be a lot more stable. I think. Alrighty. Yeah. Try to get a good bend on it here. Okay. Now. It may be a little on the high side. So, it could be just that one bend there. Let's see. All right. Let's see. I think it might work once I get this straightened out. So, there's my piece of wood. Oh. And, okay, we got to do some snipping again. Snipping. Okay, we're going to snip straight down here. And then we're going to go snip straight across here. And we'll take this chunk out. And then we'll bend this over. All right. Now we got to start trying to get this squared away here. Okay. Yeah. I live in central Illinois and it is snowing its butt off. Forecasting for 3 to 6 inches of snow. And unfortunately, I think we're going to get it. That's why I had to get all the snow gear. Tractors and snow blowers and crap. Ready to go. I usually plow my driveway, which is pretty good size. I plow Dad's driveway, some of his neighbors' driveways. Hey. It's starting to look like a drawer. Now, I think I'm going to have to bend this more up to get it to fit in there. Yeah, I do. Tighten the wrench up a little. Give her a little tweak in. Looks like it's a little high in the back. All right. Let's just see. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting there. We are getting there. So if you can see, I made it to there. Yeah. Slid in really nice right up to there. So, looks like I gotta do some tweaking on the front. Okay. Okay. Okay, now. Okay. Let's put this one in here. Starting to look like a tray. Ooh. Ooh. Dang. So See, that's how far. Hang on a second. Yeah, see, it's not slid all the way in there yet. But it's close. I'm getting there. Alright. Tweaker more like this. See if that helps. Tweak it in a little bit. See if that gets me what I need. Alright. Oh, oh no. Just right there. Right there on the corners. Come on, baby. Get in there. Well, honestly, the reason why it won't fit is because of these. Oh, I need a screwdriver, straight blade screwdriver. That's what I need. There's one laying right here. All right. So what I'm going to do, where? Oh, here. We're just going to cut these off. Don't need to be on there anyway. It'll still hold ash. That's plenty thick. I mean, the ash ain't gonna weigh nothing, so I mean, you can't burn a lot in these. Just for putting in a tent or, you know, something like that. I've seen it built on YouTube. I've seen them build them on YouTube, so I thought, well, what the heck, I'll try it. I had the thing, so I think I bought it for $5 at Harbor Freight or something. It was dirt cheap. So I thought, what the heck? I got everything I need. I'll give her a whirl. Alright, now, hopefully our license plate tray will fit in this time. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, it's a little too wide. I can squirm it in there, but not exactly perfect yet. It's close. So stinking close. All right, let me put this here. okay. Right yet. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. Now let's try it with the rack in it. The rack in there. This in there. Slide it in there. Woo-hoo! Look, folks. It looks like we've got us an ashtray. See, you just put your rack. Yeah, it ain't, you know, fancy or nothing, but she'll work. And then you just put your rack in here that's going to burn your wood on. Well, straighten it out, and then put your rack in here. Then you got your rack that you're burning on. You got your tray. Obviously, I'm going to have to put a knob on it, but okay. Well, where'd the rack go? There it is. Okay. Obviously, I have to put a knob on it so you can get a hold of it. Let me get this crap out of here. Too much crap on the workbench. Okay, so this slides in there, drops in here. Okay, then this closes. Okay, that closes. Okay, then this will slide right out. Slide right out. Slide right in. Yeah, of course you get a little air leakage, but hey, you know, you're building the stove out of a freaking ammo can. I mean, come on. Then if I got a knob on here, it'll slide right out. You get most of the ash. Of course, you'll still have to, you know, that'll get most of the ash out, and you'll be able to dump it. Then, of course, you know, you'll have to come up with a little scraper to scrape that out with, you know. But if you're burning, the idea is if you're burning a fire in it, and then you're full, you know, and it's choking off your air coming in here, well, then you got a knob you can just pull this out, dump the tray of ash, slide it right back in there, and just keep loading it, you know. But yeah, obviously, here, I'll show you that. I'll just take the lid off, make it easier. Obviously, that your tray, I don't know if you can see it, but your tray isn't the same size as the bottom of your stove. Yeah, I bent it a little crooked up here, so in doing so, it goes in a little crooked, but hey, who cares? If I wanted it to go in a little straighter, I could probably just bend it here. I could probably just bend it on that side. If I wanted to, I could cut this off and then bend it in a little bit more to make it go in straighter, but I really don't care because, as you can see, you're going to have space around your ashtray anyway. All you're trying to do is, you got a big fire going, and it's clogging off this. You need to be able to grab your knob. Well, when it gets a knob on it, slide this out, dump it off, add it back in, keep burning. Yeah, so this is something I've been thinking about doing. Obviously, it don't look good, but hey, it don't have to look good to work, and you'll be surprised what a can of spray paint would do. Yep. But yeah, so I gotta put the knob back. Just fancy. Then the lid, how I took that off, it's got these, and then this part has just got. Let's see if I can do it like this. You can see it. This just slides into those holes. I don't know if you can see that or not. Then close it down, snap her shut, and of course these holes on top, these little ones, I've got some of that red high temp furnace stuff because you got to clog these holes. So I'll just take some of that red stuff and put on the top of it here. And I said I already got the door made. You can turn it. Pair of gloves, you can turn it to shut the air off. Open it up. I've got a set of little hinges. That I'm going to put. See, I even got the holes drilled for them. I'm going to get me some bolts, and then this just fits right on here. And then you can open the door up, put your wood in, close the door. Got your little ashtray right there. But I got to put, like I said, I got to pull a pull knob on this. And then if you want to shut your air down, you can turn her down like this or however you want. Yeah, just as long as you got gloves on or you're using a stick, because it turns real easy. Then I'll rig up a latch from here to the side. I think I've got a latch picked out, and I've got a set of hinges picked out. But I ain't doing that. It's just, it was snowing, and I wasn't happy with this ridiculous thing. Flimsy, and didn't have any sides on it. So I came up with this ridiculous thing. But hey, like I said, works. It'll suit the purpose. So basically all I have to do is mount the door, which will go right like that. And then I'll have a pull knob. I have a pull knob on this. And plug these up with that red stuff. And then if I want to, I can paint the whole thing, make it look pretty like they do on YouTube, but I won't paint it. As long as it works is all I care. Don't have to look good, just has to function. So anyway, that's what I got left to do, and I've got the hinges for it, and I got the latch for it, but I am going to get me some steel rivets, some real small steel rivets, so that way I can rivet the hinges right here to this and here. And then I got a little lock latch. Let's see if I got it laying here. I don't know if I do or not. Not handy, but it's got a little loop about this big that you screw in, and then it's got a hook that goes in and hooks onto them. Oh look, a spider. And I don't have the appropriate thing to kill it. So, so I just put a drop of oil on it. That did it. Didn't have any brake clean down here in the basement, so that took care of that. Okay, so that wraps up this video. There'll be another one with there'll be another video with this of me finishing it, putting the door on it and putting the goo on here, and then I may even try to fire it up, but I don't know when that video's coming out. Just, I felt like it was snowing. I wanted to do something. And I still got the boat motor down here. It's sitting right over here. I got points and well, the coil and the condensers off of it, but I haven't made it any farther. Lawnmower sitting right here. It needs a new coil, which I haven't ordered off eBay because I've been lazy, because of the holidays and everything. Been busy. So anyway, I appreciate everybody.